Hey guys, how you doing? Steve, Charles, Dan, how you doing? Did you get your package, Dan? I think you had a package coming, didn't you? Everybody hear me okay? Or the air too loud? David Carlisle, how you doing, bud? I'm okay. Yeah, mail's crazy. Hey James Eller, how you doing? Hey Maria, good to see you. Haha, hey NCFX. Oh, we're just doing some chit chat, man. Hey Gringo, how you doing? Caleb fan, how you doing? Yeah, I didn't want to pressure people, you know. Hey Galactic, how you doing, bud? Sue's gonna be doing her deal tomorrow night, and I didn't want to be kind of having back-to-back days of doing stuff, so thought I'd just have a little live stream, get my watch hours up, a little chit chat, Q&A. If you got anything you want to ask or know about, go for it. Sometimes, you know, my breathing sounds kind of bad, but it's good days, bad days type thing, so don't get too overexcited. Kind of goes with the territory. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope I didn't interrupt too many people's dinner. Yeah, guys, he just put up the link for Sue Hatton. So, if you want to go to an auction, she's having one tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Central. It's a benefit fundraiser auction for me. Sunday, we leave for St. Louis Sunday morning. Because I got to be there for Monday. That's when my evaluation process begins. I'll probably be there most of the week. And the outcome of that evaluation will determine my placement on the list for lung transplant. Hey King's Coins, how you doing, bud? Good to see you. Yes, yes, Dan, we are. Yeah, the one in the picture is mine. You can't have it. So, hey, Heavy Arrow Archer, how you doing? Hey, Heavy. I won't mention names, but apparently I misunderstood or I didn't get something wrote down. It's all good, no worries. Leave everything the way it is, okay? We're not gonna sweat it. But apparently the round that I sent you that you purchased. I think it was DT Silver Coin Hunter bought it and then said resell it, and you bought it second. I did not have it in my notes that you said to donate it. Maybe you did, didn't. I don't know. I didn't have it in my notes. But I was sent an email that said the person didn't get that coin. Or that round, whatever. I didn't have it down on my paper that that was supposed to be the case, so I sent it to the person I had wrote down that bought it, which was you, and whatever. I just want you to know that don't sweat it, man. We'll leave things the way they are. You paid for it, you keep it. I mean, mistakes happen. I am human, but you know, in a way, I kind of feel bad because I did mess up. You know, I don't like making mistakes. Hey, Nickel and Dime, how you doing? But on the other side, I don't know. I guess I'm kind of up in the air on how I feel about the person winning something. And as much stuff as he collected for that win, and he emailed me to complain that an item was missing. I don't know, I just thought it was weird. Hey, Kathy's Corner, how you doing? But what do, you know? Yeah, we live about 6.5 hours from St. Louis, so we're gonna peel out of here bright before the sun pops on Sunday. Get up there in time to get in our room, get situated, get my oxygen concentrator set up and everything. Probably take off and go look around, see exactly where it is that we've got to go. No, heavy arrow archer, please don't. That way we're not totally blind come Monday morning when we have to go. So, hey Penny Dog, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. Full push. No, heavy arrow archer, it's all good, man. No way. You know, I'm not gonna sweat it, please. You, by all rights, you did say that. That's fine, but you know, we're not gonna lose any sleep over it. I'm happy we can do stuff like that. You know, it's awesome. It says a lot about everybody that we can do that. And in upcoming streams, we'll be doing a lot of giveaways because we got people like Penny Dog, Full Push Metals, AG47 Recon, Plumber Stacker. Just the list goes on and on of all the people that have donated for giveaways and stuff and auction stuff. And you know, we're just we keep doing it the way we know how, the way that this community does. You know, glad to see everybody in here. Thanks for coming, watching. We're just hanging out, doing a Q&A, chit-chatting, killing time, you know. It's fine. Relaxing, no pressures, no worries. Thank you, Richard. Yeah, I got notified. I got an email last night from somebody asking to do another benefit auction type deal, a small one, a couple different weeks, a couple times. That's fine. We talked about it for, you know, 30-40 minutes. Tupac, how you doing, bud? Thank you for coming in, man. And he said they want to do something, and So I'm going to send some stickers out to them. They're going to do a small one this weekend. Yeah, well, sorry, Penny Dog. You just did. Because that sounds really awesome right now. Really awesome, actually. So yeah, the guy's gonna coin crew. Hey Ringmaster, how you doing, bud? Ringmaster Keith from Coin Crew is the one who reached out to me. He wants to do a small little auction thing, whatever, on the 15th, and I think he said the 29th he wants to do it again. And that's fine. I appreciate everything that everybody does. You know, the thing about this process that I'm going through, it is, you know, if I didn't have the insurance I got and the people behind me in that insurance, I couldn't do this. Although the vast majority of it is covered, there are a lot of stuff that's not. There are a lot of things. Hey, Happy Mac. There are a lot of things that are, you know, they just ain't. They're not part of the insurance group thing. So every bit of this helps us, Stacy and I, and we can't say thanks enough for everything people do. We just thank you. You know, and we do stuff that we can as well. So once this is all behind us and things get better, then you'll see what it's like to pay it forward, because that'll be my main goal. If I come out on the other side of this. A lot of people aren't aware what a transplant costs, but this process is starting Sunday. From that day until the transplant has been completed in 3 to 4 months following, it's about $1 million. But like I said, you know, the vast, like 98-99% of that is covered. There are travels, expenses. I have to live in St. Louis actually for 4 months if I get called for a transplant. So, you know, a lot of stuff goes on with all that. So yeah, we're just hanging out, having a good time. See a lot of good people in here. Well, there was that $12. No, I'm kidding. There's another auction happening next week. I'll be in St. Louis. It'll be over at it'll be on a Thursday night, I believe, the 19th, on Big T's channel. He's got a bunch of people sent stuff to him to do an auction, so he's going to do one on Thursday. If you go give that a check out, that'd be great. Yeah, I know, Dave. That's just a preliminary thing. I mean, I'll be taking medications the rest of my life. Anti-rejection meds and stuff, and doctor's appointments and visits and co-pays and all that stuff. So it's a never-ending thing. You know, it's just like, I can't really show you the name, but this medicine here that I take, it's what I take for to slow this process down so I don't progress worse. It's that bottle has got 270 pills in it, and it's $7,000. Company that manufactures it provides that for a I guess, I don't know. Yes, Kathy, you most certainly can. But they provided that if I do, I got to interact with their people to let them know my side effects, and all the stuff, the reactions, whatever. Wow, Brother Dave, I'm glad to be talking to you right now. I'm glad things work that way. Yeah, I know, they're not cheap, dude. Yeah, the company that makes that medicine, they I had to sign a whole bunch of yeah, I signed a whole bunch of papers. They send me all kinds of stuff in the mail to provide me with that medicine. So there's only two pharmacies in the country actually that carry this medicine. Thank you, Full Push. Yeah, I know, Galactic. That's why I'm glad I got this situation going on. And see, by the time, well, I guess it's a matter of if and when they do it. You know, that, you know, I actually don't get any Medicare or anything like that through Social Security for until May, and I have other stuff that I've signed up for but I haven't heard from yet to try to help with all that stuff, you know. I've had so much stuff to try to absorb since January that it's like, seems overwhelming at times. But so if anybody's got any questions or anything you want to know, feel free to ask. Right? Oh. Yeah, Ray, that's not an option. So there's a lot of stuff people don't understand about the medical system. You know, you think you know what's going on by asking your doctors questions, and they tell you stuff. Well, let me just give you a little short version of advice. I don't care what the doctor tells you to your face. Do not hesitate to call the people involved to verify the information you were given. Because I found that my doctor lied through his teeth about everything. About my procedure, about my evaluation, about what's going to happen, what's not going to happen. Because it was never, they didn't do their job. Oh, I don't have a donor. I don't. Yeah, nickel and dime. Mine's off until May, so I have to wait till May. I didn't even call a lawyer. I actually, when this started, I called Social Security myself, and I did everything myself. And I was on the phone for an hour and 40 minutes. By the time I got off the phone, I was told I get it, Social Security, and it would start within 30 days. No, Dave, they really don't. So I don't believe in, hey Deb, how you doing? So I don't believe in lawyers, because the lawyers will drag it out so they can get more money. But trust me, there's a lot of there's a lot of a lot of stuff people don't, I know what everybody around you tells you they did or what's worked for them. Don't be afraid to jump outside the box and look and ask questions and figure it out for yourself. Absolutely, Happy Mac. My insurance company, when I filed an appeal for my cancellation of my evaluation the first time, when they finally got back to me, she proceeded to tell me they didn't understand why I filed an appeal. Well, as it turned out, nobody ever submitted the request for the evaluation or the transplant. That they just assumed that I wasn't covered, so they canceled my evaluation. Oh yeah, well, Dave, the doctor stuff doesn't bother me because I just tell them up front. I didn't go to medical school, so leave all that stuff in your head. I want the truth. I want it in English, and don't sugarcoat nothing. I want to know the truth. I can't deal with the runaround. Tell me the truth. Tell me up front what's going on, and let's go. That's... Hey Shimpy, how you doing? Yeah, you just got to be, you can be forward and upfront and, demanding. That's your right. Hey MTM, how you doing, bud? You have a right to know. So, I am hoping that that they find a, well, I know it sounds bad. I guess I really shouldn't say that. I really hope I get a donation, that I find a donor soon, but I know that's kind of a horrible thing to say, considering how that set of lungs is going to come to me somebody had to not be using them anymore, and that's not good. But I have a rare blood type that makes me almost a universal donor, but not a universal recipient, which is going to make it a little tougher. But you're correct, Happy Mac. I don't have an answer for that. Hey, Partridge family, how you doing? You know, sorry, but sometimes without a better way of saying it, I talk too much, and it affects my breathing a little. So yeah, Galactic, it's kind of a goofy situation that they do that to people. I just don't, you know, in a way, if people have a set of guidelines they have to follow to maintain that status, and they willfully step outside the lines, I kind of understand. But when they don't give you all the information to work with, and you don't know, like, you know, here's a good example. I'm leaving Sunday morning to go to St. Louis. Monday morning, I'm going to step foot in that hospital at 7 a.m. No food or drink after midnight on Monday. And they're going to do a bunch of lab work Monday morning. And then they're going to let me eat and drink, whatever. But as far as that building I'm supposed to be in, the room I'm supposed to be in, and that they're going to start with lab work, I couldn't tell you a single thing about my evaluation of what it is or what it entails. And it really annoys me that I don't have information as to what's going to happen. What are they going to do? What are they checking for? Why? My percentage wise, I'm in the upper 5% of transplant recipients because I don't have any underlying issues as of now. Every single one of my tests that I've had up to this point have come back normal or negative. My cancer tests all come back negative. My autoimmune testing all come back normal. You know, kidneys, blood sugar, heart, all that stuff, everything come back normal. I don't have any allergies to anything, whether you know, it be drugs or food. So I don't have anything that they got to fight besides finding me a pair of lungs, which is, you know, major bonus in itself. It makes it a whole lot easier on them because they're not trying to match stuff up with trying to fight 20 different things. Right on, full push. Thanks, Tupac. Thanks for coming in, buddy. I appreciate it, bud. Oh, I know, J-Dog. It was almost toward the end of Penny Dogs when I got a notification that she was live. YouTube's kind of goofy. Hey, Kentucky John, how you doing? Right, NCFX. They're actually blue. I am a quart low. Nah, I just figured I'd do a little chat thing going on for a little while. Try to get my watch times up. So I guess Sunday it is that Coin Crew is going to do a small thing. I don't know what all he's got planned. It's up to him and Angel, but he reached out and asked. I told him, yeah, it's fine. Whatever he wanted to do is good with me. Everything helps. So I appreciate every one of you being in here and chatting and spending some time here. It means a lot. You know, had all my oxygen stuff delivered yesterday, so that's good to go. Got my room all booked. The only thing I don't have is Seeker's address for some of them Sunday ribs, but you know. Hey, thank you, Nickel and Dime. I appreciate it, bud. Well, Dan, I gotta go Sunday. My evaluation process starts Monday. Now, I was told before that they're gonna do testing, labs and everything all day on Monday, and CT scans and whatever have you. Tuesday, got some breathing, spirometry tests, capacity, function tests, whatever. Then Tuesday afternoon, apparently the team will look over all the results to that point and determine whether or not I'm a candidate. If they say yes, I am, then Wednesday or Thursday will be a lot of classroom time, maybe some other tests or whatever, but they'll be telling me what, you know, I need to do from this point on. You know, diet recommendations, stuff that they don't want me doing, or, you know, don't want me drinking, don't want me doing anything else, which I don't. I quit smoking in January when it started, before I actually went to the hospital. Have no intentions of starting again. So other than that, I really don't have any other information. Chances are, if everything goes normal, I can be done Friday. But like yesterday, when I spoke to my transplant advisor, right, Dan, she didn't like the sound of my breathing. Said it sounded worse than the last time we spoke, which it is, you know. This disease does not get better. There's no part of this that gets better. Yeah, you have good days and bad days, but well, Dan, let me tell you a little story. I did quit smoking. I smoked for 39 years. However, this problem that I have, which is idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis, was not caused by smoking. I was actually told by the doctor, the thoracic surgeon that did my biopsy, that strangely the damages that he sees in my lungs had nothing to do with smoking. It had everything to do with like asbestos or chemicals, welding gases, stuff like that. It's a scarring of the lungs. That he could not point to the sample that he took and say this was caused by smoking, because it wasn't. Really weird, but you know, I can honestly say that I've had days where I wanted one. Not gonna lie to you, but I have not. You know, the day I got the news of the transplant, I was really off the chain that day. Really wanted one that day. The day they canceled my evaluation, and a couple days after that, I was wanting one pretty bad, but I never did. Thank you, James Eller. I appreciate that, bud. But here I am. I haven't. Kentucky John, I've been in construction my whole life. I started when I was about 16, 17 years old, and I started out as a laborer, and I was doing block laying, concrete, form work, you know, we was building a lot of car washes and stuff and whatever, treating a lot of that with epoxy sealant, which is probably a lot of it. A lot of concrete work, a lot of block laying, Portland, lime, you know, cutting concrete, you know, just constant stuff. Taking down popcorn ceilings, taking out a lot of demoing out areas in hospitals, you know, a lot of old pipes, a lot of pipe wrap. You know, who knows? You know, the downside is there's money out there for everybody that's fighting a cancer or a medical condition, but there ain't none out there for this. Because it is called IPF, Idiopathic Pulmonary Fibrosis. The idiopathic part comes from we're idiots because we don't know what caused it. So if they don't know exactly what caused it, then they can't point a finger. And if they can't point a finger, you can't get any help. Yes, and there's mesothelioma and all different kinds of stuff. Yeah, and see, back in the day, Mac, when I started, you know, PPE wasn't that big a deal. About the only thing you were told was, you know, wear your eye protection, and your boots, you know. You know, I used to have a saying when I was a foreman. That's probably very true because, John, those are made of asbestos as well. I used to tell people all the time when I catch them doing stuff without their safety glasses on, you know, I'd say, you know, you can pick stuff up with a hook and you can walk on a wooden leg, but you can't see through a glass eye. Get them glasses on. And you know, and back in the day when I was doing stuff, you know, you didn't dare mention anything about asbestos abatement or you'd get run off the job or fired because that stuff was just so expensive and insane, and it would shut a job down literally. So, you know, you just went to work every day and did your job and didn't think about it. You know, they didn't tell us the dangers, all that stuff. You know, we just were told to do our job and go on. Steel-toe boots and glasses and gloves if you wanted them. Yep. But, you know, I can't change the past. I'm right here in the present. And, you know, I can't change any of it. I can only change what happens today. And hopefully tomorrow gets better. I mean, but I'm very thankful that I've, you know, been around here this long. Friday I'll be celebrating my 56th anniversary of bugging my mom. No, as of right now, Dan, I've already got everything bought and paid for, except for my meals, and you know, I'm covered. So, thank you, Partridge. I don't feel like a young one, Dave. No, I've got my room paid for, and you know, all my other stuff. The last couple little auctions that we did made sure everything was covered. You know, so we're good, and yep, 56th anniversary of my birth. Yes, you only have one birthday; the rest of them are all anniversaries. Yep, been bugging my mom for 56 years. And J-Dog's been bugging me for most of those. Hey, Jag Wolf. How you doing? Hey, Eagle on the Moon. How you doing? Thank you. Jag Wolf, you are the first person to get one of those. Yes, there is a new cake on the block. Jag Wolf's eating it. Well, you know what? I don't know if I'd use the word privileged. Deserving, yes. Dan M, she got a new cake that we just made. She's the first one. We are going to be doing Karen Garner. I'm not sure she's doing a verification, so you'll have to ask Miss Sue. Happy Mac? Absolutely not. This is a totally different cake. Yes, sir, Mr. John. It's called a Hummingbird Cake. It's called a Hummingbird Cake. It has bananas in it. It's got crushed pineapple. It's got nuts. Jags, we sent the nuts and stuff separate in case she didn't want them in there, but you know, everybody's different, so. The original recipe calls for them to be baked in with the cake, but and it's supposed to be a layered cake, so it's just different. It most certainly is. No, actually, Happy Mac, they're really not. David Carlisle, I don't give out all my secrets. Dan. Yeah, we kind of put a hold on cakes till we get back, because we just got a lot of other little stuff that's got to be taken care of before we go. So guys, also don't forget, hey Galactic, thank you very much. Next Thursday on the 19th, Big T is going to do an auction as well. So no, NCFX, I'll probably do a cardinal cake and send it to Seeker. Haha, no, I'm kidding. Funny partridge. Yep. This on Friday, this thing was made back in 2019 when this coin came out. This was made by Seeker for my birthday. It's even got my serial number and my birth date. Yep. Right on, Partridge. Thank you very much for that, man. Oh, oh. You know, guys, I just can't. Thank you never does seem to be enough, but you don't realize how much Stacy and I appreciate everything people are doing. It's really humbling. Thank you, Happy Mac. Yeah, we'll give this about, I don't know, maybe 10 more minutes, maybe. I just wanted to go for a little while just to get my watch times up. So maybe I can eventually get to that point. Yeah, she is till 8 o'clock for another hour. And I'm hoping, you know, I go do this evaluation. One of the bad parts about it is they talked that, you know, if they thought I was too bad a shape, they might admit me and I'd be stuck in St. Louis. You know, they'd admit me in the hospital, and I really don't want that to happen. But just about, yes, Dan. I think it was more like 75 or so, but yes. Should that happen and I get put in the hospital, I'm gonna have my laptop and my phone, so I will try to stream from the hospital. They're not the boss of me. They can't stop me. So every time they come in to take blood, we'll just do a giveaway. No, I'm kidding. It's a joke. Hey, we're doing a vampire giveaway. No, I'm kidding. Come on, you're supposed to laugh at that, guys. Come on. Hey, Des Logic, how you doing? Good to see you. Oh, don't worry. I won't worry too much about the food being not acceptable. Tons of places around, and I can have it brought in. Yeah, and CFX, I know. They like that stuff. Especially mine. Mine is very extremely rare. Last time I checked, there's I think it was a little over 300,000 people on the planet, not in the United States, on the planet that have my blood type. So now, for those that don't know, you don't have to be the exact blood type in order to be a transplant patient. So that's a tissue match thing more than anything, but they do have to be, you know, compatible. I am a universal donor almost, but I'm not a universal recipient, which, you know, makes it a little tougher. However, it is what it is. Yeah, they always took my blood when I was awake. The only one that's bad is when they come in to take blood gases and stuff. That way they can, you know, figure out the oxygenation 100%. And the arterial draws are the ones that hurt. They're not fun at all. So has anybody got anything else they want to ask or need to know or information or whatever? Oh, I am not leaving here without it. Yes, sir. Yes, Dad's logic. It is. My lungs is the only issue at this point. It will be Barnes Jewish Hospital, Washington University in St. Louis. They are one of the top 5 lung transplant hospitals in the United States. If I would not have been able to get into Barnes Jewish, it probably would have happened in Dallas at Baylor White. Des Logic, I have what is called IPF, which is Idiopathic Pulmonary Fibrosis. The easiest way to say it is, it's scarring of the lungs, and the alveoli that absorb the oxygen in your lungs to place the oxygen in your blood are scarred, and they're covered with a sticky substance type deal to where it prevents them from opening to obtain the oxygen. So it's a progressive disease that doesn't stop. No, it was caused by chemicals and asbestos and other different things. My biopsy showed that I had no damage from smoking. So that it was caused by chemicals and yes, work environment, exactly, full push, thanks. You know, so any advice I could give to anybody right now, if you work in the trades and you're any trade, any kind of thing, and you're working around Dan, it's already taken care of, buddy. If you work around any kind of chemicals or anything, please wear your respirator. Please wear everything else. You do not want this. The most, outside of the fact that I can't really do a whole lot without crashing and breathing and having an issue breathing, as you can tell by me talking, is dragging this oxygen hose around on my face and not having the ability to just walk out my front door, get in my truck, go uptown, go to the store, go see people, go do things, go talk to them at the hardware, you know, whatever. I don't have that. It's very disheartening, it is. Nothing I can do about it, of course, so, you know, I'm trying to keep my thoughts positive now that I have an appointment. When I didn't have an appointment, my attitude was gone. I had none, because without that appointment, yeah, nothing. You know what, Jag? That's my goal. I want to get that transplant, come out the other side. I want a quality of life again. I want the ability to go fishing. I want the ability to go camping. I want the ability to walk out to my shed and build something and, you know, without worrying about flopping over. That's what I want. You're correct, Des Logic. You are correct. For the most part, yes, Des Logic. You know, the incidentals, the trips, the hospital stays, motels, gas, food, lodging, all that stuff. Not all that stuff isn't covered, but the evaluation and the transplant is supposed to be covered. The culmination of the two is about $1 million. The evaluation itself is about 40 grand. The transplant is what cost a lot, and all the associated costs. Medications are covered for the most part. So, you know, there's a lot I don't know. Okay, there's a lot of stuff I still don't know. But I'm just taking it one day at a time. So, I've done 99, you know, a lot of the stuff that I know about this disease, and it's progression, treatment, the evaluations, the transplant itself. You know, some people wouldn't do this, but when it first came up that this was what's going on, I had watched many YouTube videos on people getting transplants and the process and what they do. A lot of people don't want to know that. I do. I don't want to go into it blind, not knowing. I've watched them do evals. Mind you, there's different aspects because of people's different underlying conditions or other problems besides just the lungs. So, but the way they do the transplants and stuff, it's not near as horrifying as it once was, I believe. You know, it used to be, if you've ever watched one of the, okay, there's a better example. If you've ever watched, like, say, NCIS, whatever, and you're watching one of those guys do an autopsy on somebody, okay, and they crack the ribs open, well, that's how they used to do it. Now they don't. Now it's a incision just below the breast line called a clamshell. And they'll go across there. They'll open up the area where the lungs are at. They'll raise that up, and they'll take one lung at a time and put it in there. And then they'll sew everything up, and you'll be on a ventilator in a tube in your throat to keep you breathing until, you know, they figure, I don't know what time frame, it varies, of until you're ready. They think you're ready, then they'll pull you off that and get you to breathe on your own. And from that point on, it's a matter of watch and see how things go. A lot of physical therapy afterwards. They want to get you up as soon as possible. That's the part that freaked me out the most, was watching them take some of these people that, you know, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Monday, they sewed them up from their transplant and are watching them, and Tuesday afternoon they're standing them up beside the bed. Wow. Amazing. The one thing I learned from watching all these videos of these people, of their story, their journey through this transplant, was they all seem to have something in common, which was, yes, they were all scared. Yes, I am. Okay. But the greatest feeling in the world was when they took the tube out and they took their first breath with their new lungs. No, I know, muscle shell. You know, I try not to muscle shell. I really do. I have a lot of people telling me to quit worrying about stuff. Hey, Tommy. And I really wish it was that easy. I do. You know, it's just like my breathing. People tell me, oh, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Well, you know, the anxiety, hypertension, when when I go to do something and my breathing gets labored and I start technically like hyperventilating, they call it anxiety hypertension. It makes it tough to breathe like that. And that's not a way I breathed my whole life. So I'm basically learning how to rebreathe again. Sounds weird, but it's true. And I get to positions where I'm kind of in a lull and I can't breathe, and it scares me that I'm not breathing the way I should, and I kind of feel like the walls are closing in, but you know, I don't know how to explain it. It's very tough sometimes. Yeah, I didn't know it either, full push. I just kind of read it and I was like, what? Okay, whatever. You know, my two, outside of getting up and walking, okay, and trying to do stuff, eating food and talking robbed me of more air than anything, because I don't breathe like I'm supposed to when I'm doing it, either one of them. But it's all still a learning process, kind of. So I know when I'm getting close to overdoing it. So I don't put myself in harm's way on purpose. So thank you, Muscle Shell. It's on mine. It's on mine, Muscle Shell. Oh. Oh. I won't give up all my information, but I will show you this. See right there? I most certainly, just so you know, I am a donor. I have been for many, many years. Anybody, don't cost nothing, guys. And if you're ever in a situation where you're no longer functioning, nothing that you have when you pass is good for you. But if it can help somebody else and save somebody else's life, it's what you should do. You know, in my opinion. I'm not trying to guilt nobody into it, but you should always do that, because you never know whose life you might save. You know what I mean? Hey, Big T. Hey, Cajun, what's up, buddy? Well, you know what? It's not a matter of want, Partridge. You know, I actually know people that had, they were donors, and, you know, they passed. And as it turned out, that person ended up having one of their kidneys, I think it was, that went into a family member. There you go, Death's Logic. That's correct. I mean, once you pass, you don't really have a use for it. So why not help people that need it? That's how this works. That's how this process works. And people wouldn't be getting transplants if we didn't have this. I cannot push organ donation, becoming a donor anymore than what it speaks for itself. So, no, it's all good, man. Someday old General's gonna get monetized. He'll get his watch hours up. And when I do, I'll do memberships, and we'll have a private and a corporal and a sergeant, a lieutenant, and a major. How's that? Yes, hey Karen. No, we're not doing chief warrant officers or nothing like that. We ain't flying around. The mods won't be mods, they'll be called MPs. So, no, that's cool, Alan. I appreciate you coming in, buddy. I really do. No, we're not doing grunts either. Sorry, Jag. You're blue. You're going to be one of the MPs. The mods will be the MPs. Hey, Rockzilla, how you doing? Hope you're doing well, Karen. I know, Muscle Shell. I know. There's so many people in this community that have just freaked me out. You know, I'm not one to stand up on a soapbox and promote myself, try to get up to where I'm going and, whatever, but there's been a lot of people that stood up and helped me, and can't say thanks enough. Logic, I am 55. On Friday I will be 56. No, it's all good, James. There ain't no sense apologizing. Karen, we're doing this one day at a time, and thank you for that. I am most certainly trying my best, guys. My goal is to wake up tomorrow, and I'll deal with tomorrow when it gets here. Thank you, Partridge. I'm going to be putting out a video Saturday prior to Seeker Stream, and make sure you check that out. It's about Big T's auction on Thursday the 19th. There have been a ton of people that have stood up and showed support, and it'll be a good thing. Yeah, Muscle Shell, I did some checking around when all this started, and Barnes Jewish is one of the top 5 in the country for this lung transplant. Like I said, my second choice would have to be Baylor White in Dallas, but then you got other ones that are just a little better, but you got to go to the East Coast to get to them, and really don't want to do that. Thanks. Thank you, Big T. Well, Mama T don't, because I'm gonna make her behave. So I bet she just is driving her nuts. So told her she don't get no more cake until she starts treating Big T a little better. So she's kind of resenting me. I didn't say the East Coast wasn't awesome. I just personally, you know, I'll tell you the truth, Partridge. Let me just give you a little rundown of AG. I've been in construction my whole life, and I've been a superintendent for many of those, for general contractors. I've traveled around, done different jobs. Hey Sparky, how you doing, bud? You know, I've been to Pinellas Park, Florida, did a strip mall remodel for a company. I've been to Cali. You know, been all over. And to be honest with you, except for the Gulf Coast, they can have them. I'm really not a fan. I definitely, you know, to each their own. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But if I never go to Cali again, won't bother me. Yeah, I did a strip mall down there in Pinellas Park. My boss, actually, is one of his friends that he went to school with. He bought a strip mall down there, and they were going to remodel it into a like a medical center. So I went down there to run that job. I was down there about 3 months. Oh, it's okay, man. I just doing a little chat tonight. Right on, Muscle Shell. I know nothing's given. I know, Partridge. I would love to be able to go to Maine when it's nice and up in that neighborhood. I really would. I just can't right now. I can't do it when it's cold. It's good to see you, Plumber Stacker. I appreciate it, buddy. Glad to see you in here, man. I just wanted to do a little bit of chat tonight, so, you know, get my numbers up. And yeah, I had a friend of mine up in Iowa that his son owns a lobster boat. And up there at Bangor, and every year September he'd go up there and bring back 48 quart coolers full of live lobsters, $2.50 a piece, and I always sent 2 coolers with him. He'd bring me back lobsters. Man, we ate good for a couple weeks. Nice. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I did a lot of checking, Muscle Shell, because they asked me when I went in for my biopsy, my deep tissue biopsy. The doctor that did it was actually an alumni from Baylor White in Dallas, and I tried to get a unbiased opinion of if he had a choice, which one would he go to, and he just, you know, came out and said he couldn't do it. But up from a place you cannot see will come a sound you cannot hear. And my favorite property line sign is the one that says, "You're no longer a trespasser, you're a target." So oh, I'm just getting a little nervous. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's the not knowing is the worst part. Nervous, anxious, all that stuff all at once. Yes, I don't know who that person is yet, Muscle Shell. The only person I know at Barnes Jewish right now is my transplant advisor. That's the only person I know. I'll get to meet all them other people later. Thank you, Sparky. I appreciate that. I'm pretty sure they don't have any slummers around there as far as doctors go. I'm not saying every one of them is perfect, because none of them are, but that's it, Partridge. That's all I want. I just want the one that's going to do the best for me. He don't have to be the best. He just has to be the one that's best for me, for my situation. I've watched a lot of videos of people that went through Barnes Jewish and had their services done, and everything seems to be, keeps me positive, you know. You're always going to have that one, I don't know, sorry, excuse me, not trying to offend here, but you always got that one Karen, that one person that no matter what you do for them, it's not right. No matter what you do, no matter what they do for you, this person is not going to be satisfied. And you know, you can find bad reviews on anything, and you know, this is not something that's like putting a toy model together, or you know, making something out of a piece of wood or whatever. These people are dealing with your life. They're dealing with live tissues. They can't control everything. Todd Miller, I would enjoy that like no tomorrow. I would enjoy that more than anything. Without a doubt, buddy. They can only do what they're trained, and they can only do with what, you know, they can't guarantee that things are going to work, that things are going to match, things are going to mesh. They can only work with what they have available. The attempt is worth more to me than anything. Yes, Plumber Stacker, we do. And it's amazing. It's just humbling to no end. I don't mean to be a downer here. Yes, Logic, I wasn't ignoring your question, by the way. I'm just going to put it this way, Des. Everybody is entitled to theirs, how they think, what they do, what they believe in. Okay? I'm not saying I don't. Okay? But I personally believe this is true. Okay? No, you don't send NCFX no Red Claws until you send me some. That's all I'm saying. I personally believe myself the power of positive thought. You control your own. If you're not thinking positive and you're not trying to think positive and to be proactive in your own situation, I don't see a positive outcome. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that happen that are circumstantial, that, you know, they happen for a reason, and what reason it is, I don't know. That's way above my pay grade, so to speak. I just know if you don't have positivity, if you don't think positive, if you don't honestly believe things are going to work out, they're probably not. That's all I can say, Des Logic. It's not for me to control what people think or what they believe. It's just like, you know, there's a lot of other things in this world that I don't control. There's a lot of things we don't talk about in streams, in other streams, because it causes problems. You know, I don't talk about politics. I don't talk about religion. I don't believe in racism. I think it's just wrong. But, you know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. That's what makes it so great. I don't look sideways at anybody for what they do or don't do. As long as you're not harming other people, or children, or women, or as long as you're not harming people, period. I don't care what you do. I don't even like if you harm yourself. But, you know, thank you, Plumber Stacker. But please, stop and think that, you know, you harm yourself, somebody else is going to feel bad because you hurt yourself. So, let's not do that. Okay? Muscle shell, that's the hardest part of this. It really is. Exactly, Des Logic. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Very well said. Now, muscle shell, that's the worst part of this whole scenario. Whether it be lungs or kidney or whatever. You know, most of the time, that is the situation. And does it weigh heavy on me that somebody else had to give up that ability for me to have mine? Sure. Anybody that tells you it don't, I'm sorry, but I have to call you a liar, because it's something that's going to be on your mind the rest of your life. You know, if I get a set of lungs and they came from somebody, I would, seriously, I'm not lying, I would hope that I have the ability to meet that family of that donor. I would love to be a part of that. Exactly, Eagle. I would love to be a part of meeting the donor's family. You have to. I mean, hey Z Rich, you would have to. I couldn't rest until I did. You know, I think that would be the ultimate thanks. Would be to meet that family. Okay, well, let's get out of that draining stuff. Okay. It is. It is. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming in and spending some of your time with me. That's, you know, Des, that's perfectly understandable. You know, but I would hope that the person that donated to me to allow me to continue my life would want to meet me, to know the person, to see and understand that the person that did get them are going to take care of them and cherish them, knowing that they're not going to be abused, to give them that peace of mind. Does that make sense? If I ever had to be in that position and donated my organs to somebody, I would want my family to be assured that the person that received them wasn't going to waste them. That'd be my thought. So, well, hey, we got, you know what, Des Logic, I don't think they do. I think in order to survive without the transplant, you would have to have a ventilator. Financially, I don't think that's feasible for anybody. It'd almost be like a iron lung type deal, a big bed type tanning bed thing that you're inside. But no, I don't think it's an option. Yes, Eagle. I would want them to know me. I would want to know them. I would want them to be comforted knowing that the person that received that was going to be appreciative and take care of it. You know, if it ended up working out that way to where, you know, they ended up being friends and part of your family, so to speak, or your group, you know, that would probably be even better. But it's things that I think about. Okay, guys, with that being said, tell you what, let's go ahead and we'll end this and let everybody get back to what they're doing. Thank you to all the mods for spending some time here. Thank you, Des Logic, Muscle Shell, Eagle, Little Pookie, Heavy Arrow Archer, Z-Rich, Big T, Cajun Coin Hunter. You know, Jag Wolf, NCFX. Make sure you guys please go over to Sue Hutton's tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Central Time. She is doing an auction. Partridge family, thank you. J-Dog, thank you. Make sure you go check out Sue. Thanks, Dan M. I appreciate it, bud. Thank you for your time. Thanks, Full Push, NCFX. There's the link for the auction preview for tomorrow night. Karen Garner, thank you. She got some really great stuff over there. We got a couple other people doing auctions coming up. I think the 15th, there's going to be a few over at Coin Crew. The 19th is going to be an auction at Big T's. A lot of people involved in that. Yeah, DesLogic, if you look above, Full Push, and NCFX just posted them. So, thank you, Karen Saint Singh. I appreciate you. Me and Stacy will both be in there tomorrow night. She took the night off so she could be there as well. I hope J-Dog and NCFX show up. We're going to be basically troll patrol. So we'll let Stacy and Jag handle the logistics. And we'll go from there, I think. We'll just see how it goes. Thank you, Heavy Arrow. I appreciate you. 63 likes is very awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Todd Miller. I'll send you my address for those lobster claws and tails. All right. No, I'm kidding. I appreciate you guys a lot. So, with that being said, thank you for your time. Thank you for coming by. Enjoyed it a lot. So, to the troops, this is A.G. Price, the General. You are dismissed.